Hi friends, today I am making video for the standard 12th on the last poem of the first book Flamingo. This poem is Aunt Jennifer's Tiger. This poem is filled with examples of restrictions imposed over women in male dominated society. Here we study it is a highly symbolical poem. It's a symbolical poem and the poetess Andreen Rich, an American poet. She is an essayist, feminist, and being a feminist she has highlighted the problems of female in our society. She has taken the topic for discussion that what is the place of women in society and how she knows the lady Aunt Jeniffer, whom she called Aunt Jeniffer, and she has discussed her story. Aunt Jeniffer is actually a submissive lady, meek, humble, very compromising, gentle lady. She lives in restriction. She fears a lot of her husband. There is a rule. She is under the consistent pressure of restriction. But her heart, but her innermost doesn't compromise with this restrictive approach of uncle. Her innermost gets its manifestation in the form of tiger. Tiger symbolizes what? Topaz denizen of forest green. Means topaz here refers to what? Brightness. It's a metaphor. It is quite chivalric, brave. There is no control over that tiger. So it is just contrast. It is an irony. We can also say it is an irony that a meek and humble lady is making the picture of a tiger. It is a figure of auspicious, a paradox you can say. It is also an irony. We can say contrast here. That there is a contrast. On the one hand, the character of Aunt Jennifer is quite what? Submissive sage. She is very humble lady, and she lives with respect. Although she is tortured, although she is not getting her due in matrimonial existence, she is not complaining. She is not making a cry. She is not making grievance. She suffers her pain silently. But what we study that her desire for freedom is symbolized by the tiger. The tiger symbolizes her desire for what? For freedom. So at heart she is a brave lady. At heart she is very much confident. Further point is that in this poem, it is a highly symbolical poem. Aunt Jennifer symbolizes all women of the globe who are under the consistent restriction from the side of her husband. Uncle, Aunt Jennifer's husband, stands for oppressor, the people who are having superiority complex and they want to control, they want to oppress the women. Second point, wedding ring. Wedding ring symbolizes what? Wedding ring symbolizes the problem that matrimonial restrictions. Next we study that what? The tiger symbolizes bravery, freedom that is wanted by Aunt Jennifer. So here I have discussed the thing Male dominated society can rule a woman only physically. There is only physical control you can put on a woman, but you cannot put a control over her heart, over her feeling, over her emotion. So the tiger she has made, it is the expression of her suppressed emotion, her suppressed rebellion thinking. She wants to express, and the tiger is the manifestation of her heart. At heart, she wants to have such freedom, such boldness, such chivalric, such elegant or such highly majestic confidence. But she is a very good natured. She is a lady with great respect. She does not want to. She does not want to what? Throw social rules to the wind. She lives in restriction. She had shown her anger in form of her art. फर्दर हम लोग देखते हैं इस पोएम में क्या सिंबल्स हैं. And Jeniffer stands for every woman, uncle stands for all the male having superiority complex, wedding rings. So in the poem we find that and Jeniffer has made a tiger, and the tiger is moving quite elegantly in the forest. It has no fear. Although there is a man standing under a tree, the tiger is quite unmindful of the presence of the man. On the other hand, Aunt Jennifer is a very meek and submissive lady. She is making embroidery of the tiger. So the tiger is expression of her love for freedom, love for confidence, love for elegance, love for magnificence. She wants to enjoy life. In second stanza, what we study that she is making embroidery, and she is making tiger. Her finger is fluttering fingers, alliteration. That every needle she cannot pull means what she does not want to. She is hesitating that she does not want to make that embroidery, as she thinks that it may go against the desire of her husband. Every needle that is a bit fatter, it is heavy, and she finds it hard to pull. What does it mean? That she does not want to. The wool represents social or matrimonial restrictions, which she finds very hard to use. She cannot cross it, but she has made it. Further, we find that in the last stanza, what we find that she dies. Although she dies, still she is controlled by the wedding ring of uncle. Wedding ring, matrimonial restrictions, married responsibilities. So some figure of speeches the poetess has used here. That transferred epithet means adjective which transferred in transferred epithet. Terrified hands transferred epithets. Her hand is not terrified, rather Aunt Jennifer is terrified. She is afraid. Next figure of a speech is spun, ringed matlab there is a ringed finger, means there is a ring in your finger. Another ringed means what? Phase of difficulties. It's a pun, children, याद रखिएगा आप लोग. And bright topaz denizen, metaphor. Fluttering fingers, alliteration. These words must be kept in mind. Irony, a weak and submissive character is making the picture of a tiger. So there is a contrast, there is a paradox. You all must be knowing. It's a very common figure of a speech. There is contrast. Child is the father of man. So it's a contrast here. That that a lady who is very much weak, very much submissive, is making the picture of a tiger. So here it is a contrast, a paradox. So children, it was the poem. I have given a very simple and comprehensive discussion of the poem. I hope you all must like it. Listen to the whatever I have spoken very carefully, and always keep in mind what the poem is. The poem is all about male dominated society where condition of women is secondary. No, they have no primary position, secondary position. They are tortured, they are exploited, they are not happy. So Aunt Jeniffer is one of such lady who is leading a very subdued life. She is not happy, but she doesn't express her unhappiness. She is a lady with honor. See, uncle is not just so far as her happiness is concerned. He is a bit hard to her. But Aunt Jennifer never shows this. She shows this through her art. And art she has made embroidery of tiger. Tiger बनाती है वो. तो tiger आप समझ रहे हो. Tiger is representative of what? Tiger symbolizes what? Bravery. Tiger symbolizes what? A strength, courage. So it is a contrast. Her tiger age, her wedding ring restrictions, certain matrimonial responsibilities. Last May she died. Although she died, still she is surrounded by the ring. This is the poem, children. Like it, subscribe, and consider subscribing if you have not. Press the bell icon, and you will get more videos of class 10 and 12. Thank you for watching my video.